hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am Shar. I just wanted to come back to you guys kind of quick today. I don't really have that much to talk about. I hope all of you had a happy, safe holiday with Christmas and just recently last weekend or last week, New Year's Eve and everything. So I hope everybody is safe and well and happy and trying to live their best life. And hopefully, resolutions can be that, everybody is going to try to live a better life, go for what you want to go for in life, whatever your dreams are, your aspirations. Is rough, it's hard, and sometimes we can get a little discouraged by things, but everything that's worth having is a little rough to try to get or try to achieve. So I just want to encourage you guys to just do it to the fullest, and don't slack on yourself. Don't hold back. Try your best to reach for your goals and your highest heights. I know that's what I'm going to try to do this year, and I'm going to pray and meditate that I don't let fear get in the way of what I want out of life. For enjoyment and to make myself better. And that's rough. It's rough for a lot of people. I find it to be rough for myself a little bit, just in the back of my head, having negativity that I can't achieve something. So I encourage you all to do you and do it to the fullest. So with that being said, I want to get started with the video. I don't have that much to talk about this week. But there were a few pressing things that I did want to discuss. I do have a disclaimer at the beginning. I want to do this little short disclaimer because I will be speaking on Dwayne Wade and his son. I was about to say, and his daughter. See, programmed. And you'll know what I mean when I get into the video when I said that. But the disclaimer is that I have absolutely nothing against gay people. I have nothing against the LGBT community. Hopefully I have those initials right, those acronyms. I have nothing against it. I have nothing against that lifestyle if that's what the person chooses. Nothing against it. I know a couple of gay people. No problems. They're just regular people. It's just a sexual preference, if I'm not mistaken. The transgender thing, I'm not sure because I'm not an expert. I haven't really read upon it and researched it. I don't know what the psyche is with a transgender person. I know that, I guess physically or mentally they do feel like they are the opposite of what they are. Like I said, I don't want to get into it because I don't know that much about it. And this video is not specifically about transgender or gay people. However, I am going to talk about Dwayne Wade and his son. Dwayne Wade and his son. Okay? So that's that. Anywho, I'm going to start off by talking, and I'm looking down because this is my little trusty notes here. And I wrote them out in pens quicker. And then it's not very much, so it was no need to type it. So I want to talk about initially Snoop Dogg and his shenanigans. I want to start by saying that I like Snoop Dogg. I think he's cool. I liked him more back in the day when he was like hard or, I wouldn't say hit, but just harder. Like, his little gin and juice and all those songs that he made that are currently classics, as it relates to hip hop. I liked him. I really, truly liked him. I kind of like him now, but not as much. I like him for what he was. And he's, to my knowledge, hasn't done anything too wrong, to insult anyone, insult the masses, insult people or whatever. I mean, he has comments for you. He definitely has comments for you, but I don't think it's anything that is really where he needs to be checked about or whatever. I know that he does do some crazy things, like you know, he had the little what was that, where the strippers or the porn video movie things or whatever. He did that, but that was really between him and his wife or whatever. It's not a public thing where he should be disgraced about it. I mean, if he's into porn, he's just into porn. And then I know that way back when, a little bit of time ago, he discussed how he somewhat introduced weed to his son, his older son. I think it's Corday. No, yeah, Corday, his older son. And I think the second son is, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I want to say Cortez, but it's not Cortez. But I know the first son is Corday, I believe. And so yeah, how he introduced his son to weed. I was getting ready to say drugs, and weed is drugs, but you know, I don't know. In my head, when you say drugs, I think about like hard drugs, like cocaine and lean and pills and things like that, heroin. You know, weed to me is just weed, and I know it is categorized under drugs, but whatever. So yeah, he introduced his oldest son to weed, and because his thing was that if he's going to try it and do it, I want to educate him on it, and you know, just get him prepared, let him know what it is, what it's about, what he should be buying, and what's considered good weed, bad weed, yada yada yada. Now, mind you, Snoop's son, older son, I'm sure he's a decent person at heart. However, I think he's a weed head. And when I say weed head, I just mean that somebody is a slave to weed. Like they got to smoke it in the morning, throughout the day, before they go to work, after work. I don't know if his son works. He may. I don't know. I don't know anything about his son in detail. But, you know, just somebody who's a slave to it. Like you got to smoke it as soon as you get up. And, you know, if you don't have it in your system, you're mean or cranky and all these things. So, yeah, his son is a heavy weed smoker, the older son. And I'm not saying that he's a weed head because his father introduced him or educated him, so to speak, on weed and what it's all about. He was probably going to be, you know, a weed head or just somebody who really, really enjoys smoking weed all the time anyway. Is that fair? So, yeah. Now, his second son, he went through the whole thing because he's considered the middle child, but I didn't know that because Snoop Dogg has 3 kids, the oldest son, the middle son, and then the daughter. I think the daughter name is Corey. She's the baby. So the middle son that played football is considered the middle child. Now, I had no idea that supposedly his youngest child, the daughter, Corey, is from another relationship. I did not know that. It's not a bad thing. You know, I'm thinking it's not a scandal. I don't know. You know, it's probably just a family thing, a family secret that they have not made public or whatever. That's between the family. So that's fine. There's no scandal there. And I'm not bringing it up for a scandal purpose. It's just that I did not know that Corey was from another. I don't know if it was another relationship or just Snoop is not her father. And, you know, I always wondered that she looks so much different than the 2 boys. And I'm saying that to say that, you know, the 2 boys really have the features of Snoop. So, to me, in my opinion, that's making me feel that Snoop's genes are very, very strong. If both of the boys came out looking, you know, a lot like him or whatever, and not so much as like the mom, to me, that's telling me that the genes were stronger with Snoop. And then Corey, on the other hand, she doesn't really look like Snoop that much. Like, she didn't get the gene. You know, and in my opinion, she also doesn't really look like the mom either, okay? not that much. So I was like, always wondered, like, dang, she looks so much different from the other boy, the two boys. But, turns out that I don't think Snoop is her father, which is fine. He is her father, but not biologically. So yeah, the middle son, he, for the longest time growing up as a child, he gave his all 110% to football and ended up being phenomenal in football. His stats were through the roof, off the charts. I don't know anything about football, so I'm not going to get into detail, but I think he played the position of receiver, wide receiver, and he just was phenomenal. And he did that all through elementary school, middle school, high school. Ended up graduating high school and getting applying for colleges, got scholarship offers to all the top schools, UCLA, University of Southern California, all the top schools. And basically, in a nutshell, he turned it all down. He went all the way to the top in terms of to get to the NFL, and then it went out the window. He was just like, I don't want it anymore. I'm done. So to me, I feel like he had to prove it to himself that he can do it. And sometimes middle kids, they go through stuff like that where they're so determined because they feel like they have to be the best at something to get the attention from the parents. Here it is, the older son, he's beloved because he's the oldest, or so these middle child, that's how they think. He's the older child, he's beloved because he's just the oldest, he's been around longer. And here it is, the daughter, she's younger, one. Two, she's a girl, so that makes her different from us because she's a girl. So that's more attention and attentive and daddy's little girl type thing. So, he may have felt like he wasn't getting enough attention from the parents. So he felt like he had to really excel in something to, feed his anxiety about, not getting all the attention and not feeling as loved. And these are all my opinions, the young man has not did an interview anywhere saying any of this stuff. So, it's just my opinion. But, yeah, so he excelled in football and went all the way to the top in terms of getting all kinds of crazy offers from every top school to play. And he turned it down because he didn't want to play. You know what I mean? He ended up saying he just wanted to be an entertainer. So right now he's doing all kinds of little things, I guess, like modeling. He does all kinds of fashion week, fashion shows for all the top designers, probably like Balmain and just all of them. So, and he's really handsome young guy. And I like him, he's cool, he's fit, he's still fit. And, he has that edge. He really has that edge. He got all of his dad's charisma. Plus, he's really physical and active. So, I expect to see him around more. And so I wanted to talk about Snoop. Snoop is a trip. He is a hot mess. He needs to go somewhere and sit down. He's up there in age. And, he's just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, so right now is an Instagram thought out here saying that... hold on, I'm sorry, wait. It's Instagram thought out here saying that she's been with Snoop and can be with Snoop anytime she gets ready, and she got the receipts. And they've had many run-ins, many situations. And her name is Celine Powell. It looks like it's Celine Powell, but I'm hearing it's Selena Powell. She is what they call the ultimate thought, the ultimate Instagram groupie, Instagram hoe, Instagram thought, Instagram hoe thought, whatever. And young girl, like she's like, I don't know. When I seen pictures of her, she looked like she could be in her early mid-20s, like really young. And this poor thing, I don't know what has happened to her for her to be so just open and raunchy about sex and going down on guys, and that's her best feature and that's her best thing she does, and just one night stands, and with all the different rappers or celebrities, whoever she gets with. I don't know that much about her, and frankly, I didn't want to research her, because for what? Why am I researching a little lost little girl who thinks it's cool and trying to glamorize having random sex with random people, and her pride accomplishment is giving blowjobs? She needs prayer. I'm not going to research that. So basically, she's called out Snoop, and let it be known once again, yet again, that they've had sex and they've had relations. And this time, I think it's because, well, for one, I think he was dogging her out, and two, I think it was because he didn't give her a lift back to her home like he normally does. Basically, the gist of it is where she called him up, or he called her. They got together. Nonetheless, whoever called who or text who, they got together. They came together. She brought a friend. She said it. So I'm assuming it wasn't their main house, because that's where his wife is, and I don't know if the maybe one of the boys lives. Well, I know the daughter does. So it wasn't the main house, but it was one of his houses, one of his places, a real place. It wasn't just a hotel room, because she did say that they had family pictures at this house. So with that being said, she felt like it was one of his real spots where all the family goes or whatever. But just not the main house that they live in. And so she said she came, she brought a friend. That's what girls do. They bring a friend just in case something jumps off. But, what is one more girl? If they have you at gunpoint, or if they drug you, I mean, if they drug you, they can drug her. If they shoot her, they can shoot you. You know what I mean? What is one more girlfriend with you? But, that's what girls do. It's just a security. Like, if something jumps off, she might be able to call, and get something, make something happen, like call the police or whatever. So she had a friend with her, and she advised that she went, and her and Snoop went to his bedroom or what have you. He's in his little mood, his mode, and, he's doing what he does normally, which she feels is extremely corny because he's a little older. So, this girl, she's younger, and she thinks certain things and mannerisms is stupid and ghetto. Or not necessarily ghetto, but just stupid and corny. Whereas, she used to guys acting a certain way and have swag and, maybe always being mean. And, she considers that being hip and bouted and all this stuff. Whereas Snoop, he doesn't act like that, or at least he doesn't act like that anymore. He listening to his oldies but goodies, or whatever music he listening to. He popping his fingers, and he just kind of moving around. And she thinks he's a joke. Basically, she thinks he's a joke, and just like, can we get this going and get it done with? So, basically, she says that he always cracks open the coke. Okay. Let's just get straight to it. She's saying that he cracks open the cocaine, and he's like tries to get her to do it, or at least asks her, does she want to do some? And she's always like, no, because according to her, she doesn't do drugs, so she always turns him down and everything like that. And this last time, or one of the times, he does coke off of her little breasts, or I don't know, they or he or she puts the coke on her JJ, and he kind of sniffs it up. Oh, whatever. Give me a break. First of all, I don't know. I'm not a cokehead, so I don't know how it can be done. You take the dollar bill or whatever, but it just seems like it'll be hard to sniff up because the body and the body heat, whatever. She said the man sniffed it off of her. He sniffed it off of her. And apparently it must be true, because he's pissed because he started dogging her out on the internet. Whatever. So, it got out, and she has the receipts, so she says. However, She didn't show the receipts, I don't think. I mean, somebody can comment below if they know. Did she ever show the receipts? I don't know. I don't know what pictures she supposedly had, or did she have a video of him? I don't know if the receipt was that he was doing the coke off of her, or did she have the receipt that she was with him that night, or did she have the receipt that she was just at his home? I don't know what receipts she has, and she, to my knowledge, hasn't revealed exactly what receipts she has. So I don't know. Anyway, but she says she has the receipts. It's gotten back to the wife, Shantae, Boss Lady Entertainment, his wife, Shantae, and she's like, she's done. And she's taking a lot from him, like I said, with the porn star stuff, and then he was caught up with the little Selena girl before a while back. He lied, to cover up him messing around, saying that he was filming for some type of reality show called Clout Chasers. No, he was just messing around. He was just messing around, and he chose that little girl to mess around with. Sorry, Shantae, it hurts, but that's just the gist of it, because, I guess he could turn around and say, we're still taping. This is another episode of Clout Chasers. It ain't came out yet. Not even the first episode, but, he could just say he's doing another episode of it, whatever. So, yeah, so now she's saying she's done. She's, kind of expressed, like, on her Instagram that, she's done and she's disgusted or whatever. So the jury is still out on that. It's hard for women to walk away. They're used to a certain lifestyle. And even though she has 2 kids with Snoop, and, I don't know if he adopted the daughter, Corey, or not, but, and they're grown now, so I don't know how much money she will get. I know she will get a pretty penny, though, because they've been together ever since they were teenagers, so there it is. And they live in L.A., so, the divorce attorneys out in LA, they be about it. So she'll get a pretty little penny and will be able to continue comfortably. Now, I also wanted to talk about Stevie J. Since we're talking about cocaine, it's alleged that, and I am getting this information from my girl Tasha K, Unwind with Tasha K. She's one of my favorite YouTubers right now, and she is just glowing up and blowing up and blowing up fast. We seen her on a clip of her in her glory on an episode of Atlanta Housewives, and she's just blowing up. So I'm piggybacking off of her and off of her initial report about Stevie J and Faith Evans, how they are broken up. I'm not sure if they're going to get back together or not, but they are broken up. And supposedly the relationship was just a fluke. I mean, it wasn't real love. It wasn't that much of a real attraction or anything. It was just the love of cocaine. Like, supposedly Stevie and Faith, they supposedly do drugs. Allegedly, the drug of choice is cocaine, and that was their connection. That's their, what brings them together, because I guess they go cop cane together and do it together. Whatever. I don't know. It's just alleged, but I don't know what caused the breakup either. I'm not sure. But I just feel like they are a hot mess. Stevie has always been a hot mess. I tried to like him as a person, but he just seemed like he a hot mess. He just all screwed up. He got 1,900 kids. He does have a kid with that reality ex-dancer, Jocelyn Hernandez, which she does all kinds of drugs too, according to other bloggers on the internet. It's alleged, but she's had all kinds of rants where she was clearly high off of something. She's a girl lover also, girl on girl sex. And oh my God, she's just a hot mess. She thinks she's talented, and she thinks that she deserves respect from people, I guess, in the industry. And I'm not sure why. I guess I know what she wants to be, but she's not there yet. And I'm not sure if she'll ever get there, because I don't see any talent there. I'm not a talent expert, but I don't see no talent there. And she damn sure can't sing, but and she can't act either because she can barely talk English. You know, whatever. Anyway, um, but supposedly Stevie J won custody of their daughter that they have together, Bonnie Bella. Apparently, they didn't know that he does drugs, allegedly. So I don't know. The jury is still out on them too. She seemed like she's one of those people that didn't really need a kid because she's so screwed up. There's no telling what the little girl possibly has seen go on while living with her mother. Because when she was pregnant, according to the reality show, when she was pregnant, she was having liaisons with women while she was pregnant. It's like, oh my God, girl, lady, really? You can't leave the sex alone until you have the baby? I mean, but you know, people, a lot of times women, they're pregnant, they have sex with their husbands or their boyfriend. God forbid if they're having sex with someone that is not the unborn child's father. Personally, I feel that that is disgusting, but that's just my opinion. But you know, to have these little lesbian liaisons, ugh, it's just, it makes me almost throw up in my mouth. Sorry, whatever. That's just my opinion. So we don't know what the courts are going to think when or if and when they get word that he too does drugs. So let's just keep Bonnie Bella in our prayers. I feel like she needs it because both parents have jumped off the roof, in my opinion. Okay, so that is that. Little Bonnie Bella, give her prayer. And so, yeah, now I want to discuss Dwayne Wade and his son. Now, I've been seeing this all over the internet. This comes up on my Google when I go to Google to look up something. So it was there. That's initially where I heard it. Then I also came across um, the producer director. What is his name? He's also on Instagram. He used to be with Jay Z and Dame Dash directing their videos and stuff. Choke, no joke. I don't follow him, but he always comes up in my timeline, and I seen a video where he was discussing this. I saw the title. It had something to do about Dwayne Wade's son, and so I clicked on it. Or maybe not. Maybe the title didn't have anything to do with Dwayne Wade, but I ended up clicking on something, a video of his, and he ended up discussing it. And so I do have some opinions on this. As I stated in my disclaimer, I have nothing against gay people or lesbian people or anything. LGBT, hopefully those initials were right. I have nothing against it. But you know, it's his son is gay. Okay, his son, I think it's his youngest son. His name is Zion, I believe. He's 12 or something like that. And yeah, he's gay. I'm not sure how long he's felt this way and everything like that. Yeah. And he's getting a lot of flack. Well, Dwayne Wade is. They took him to his first Pride festival this year in Miami. I don't know. I just feel that he can be gay with no problem, his son. However, I feel that Dwayne Wade see, the thing is that the little boy wears tips. He wears nails and things like that. And I don't know. It's been said that he feels like a girl, or he thinks he's a girl, or something to that knowledge, or to that nature rather. And I don't know. I just feel like to be gay is one thing, and to feel like he's a boy, so he was born a boy. So, but he feels like, to my knowledge, I feel like I believe that the consensus is that he feels like he is a girl, or he identifies with being a girl more so than being a boy. And the consensus is that his father, Dwayne Wade, is encouraging that in the sense that, yes, you are a girl. Yes, you are. You're a girl. And if that's what you portraying yourself as and feel like you are, then so be it. You are. And I do feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's confusing. Um, Only because of the society that we live in. First of all, if he's gay, then explain to him what gay is and being gay. What's it all about? That is, if he doesn't already know. Okay, boom. Sexually, you are attracted to boys. Fine, if that's what his thing is, and I'm not even sure if that is what his thing is. He could be a young man that just identifies with being a woman or a girl at this point, because I'm not going to say woman because he's 12. So he could be a young man that just, or a kid, technically he's a kid, he's 12. He could be a kid that simply just identifies with being a girl more so than being a boy. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he sexually wants to be with men. He could just identify with being a girl, if that makes sense. So that's two different things. And let me be the first to say, I am absolutely, positively no expert on this subject. I'm just going by what I have read in the past or read over the years and things like that. I have not done any major research. Matter of fact, I had the opportunity to take a class that was about gender and sexuality and, being gay and all that stuff. And I started to take it when I was in college, but I just didn't. I ended up taking something else. I'm not sure what I replaced it with, but I was just like, I'm not interested in that. So I didn't take it. And now I wish I did, because it is quite interesting personally. Yeah, but I think of Kylie Jenner's father, Bruce Jenner. He, if I'm not mistaken, or she, whatever. But see, technically he's not a she yet, because I don't think he's had the surgery. So he's still a he. He identifies with being a woman. He wants to dress up like a woman, look like a woman, makeup, heels, all that. But technically, sexually, he still likes women. That's his sexual preference, women, if I'm not mistaken. And again, if you know different, please comment and let me know in the comments. I don't mind, because like I said, I'm not trying to be an expert. But so back to Dwayne Wade's son, Zion, I just feel like, don't confuse him. Like, don't try to tell him and build him up like, yeah, you a girl, and da da da. Especially not in his stage. He's 12. So with school, and I don't know if he goes to school, if they homeschool him. I'm not sure why he would be homeschooled though, but they're rich, so if they want to homeschool him, they can. But I think he goes to school. So, just with this age that he's at, kids are so basic. It's just, you're a girl, you're a boy, you are older, you're younger, you're an adult, you're a kid. It's black, it's white. There's no gray areas, and there's no I'm a boy but I feel like a girl, or no I'm a girl I feel like a boy in 12-year-old kids' head. It's just not. They're not that advanced yet in their thinking, and they're not that mature, and quite frankly, they're simply not that forgiving. It's just over their head. It's too much for 12-year-olds to get. So if you build him up with saying that he's a girl and all these things, and then he goes out into the world, into school, and he's saying he a girl, I'm just imagining how he's going to get treated by these kids and what these kids are going to say to him. You know what I mean? Not to mention that even though you may feel like a girl, you gotta go to the male bathroom every time. And if you don't, there's going to be a problem. Like someone's going to pull you to the side and say, young man, you got to go into the male bathroom. You know what I mean? So it's just that I'm just like, ooh, why is he telling him that? Like, ugh. Like, can't you just explain being gay to him and what that means? And he, like I said, he may know what that means on his own 12-year-old kid level, but just explain that to him. And in my opinion, it's like what you can do is that you can say, you know, I understand that you identify with being a girl, or, you know, and if you want to wear the nails and the tips or put on makeup, that's your choice, son. But technically, you are a boy. You were born a boy. And, you know, society says that if you were born this is what you are. However, it doesn't have any jurisdiction on how you think and how you feel. You can feel like you are a girl if that's what you feel. However, just know that society is still going to consider you as this. And they're still only going to more than likely accept you as this. However, there is a community that will accept you for whatever you think you are or whatever you feel that you are. But the general masses, if you look like a boy, or if they feel like you were born a boy, that's what they feel that you are. And it's proven because, you know, you're still going to have to, I'm sorry, that's my phone. You're still going to have to go to the boys' bathroom. So I just feel like he's setting him up for all kinds of torment and bullying in school, and it just makes me cringe. But yeah. So, you know, I pray that this little boy can get the nurturing that he needs. And I'm not saying that Dwayne, his father, is just screwing his head up altogether, but I do feel like he should explain things a little different. You know, you can't just say you're a girl. You feel like a girl, you're a girl, you know, and do that. You know, I feel like you gotta, and he may be telling his son all these things. Of course, I'm not in their home. I don't know, but I'm just saying that hopefully he is saying that, you know, society is a whole nother ball game, and this is what they think, and this is how they may perceive you. You know, but if you want to wear nails and tips or makeup, that's on you. But, you know, don't confuse him and making him think that truly he is a girl when he really isn't. You know, it's something that you got to do to become a girl. You know, this surgery, I forgot what it's called, but, you know, and he hasn't had that surgery. So he's a boy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Anybody can please comment and, you know, educate us all that is listening to this video, including myself, because I feel like it's a hot topic, it's a pressing topic, and it's one that I'm not that sure about and would love to get more information on. And pray for Dwayne Wade's son. Pray for Dwayne Wade and his family, and that they can continue to uplift this young man and help him through, and, you know, he can have I was going to say successful, but not successful, but just that he can have a healthy experience with being a young gay boy. So, and also pray for Bonnie Bella. I mean, if you want to pray for the two parents, do that. I mean, because, you know, they deserve prayer too. Everybody deserves prayer. So, yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for joining me today. I didn't want to keep you all too long, but and I hope you all had a great holiday. Please check me out. I will probably be doing another video in another week or so. I have some other things coming up. I did really want to say really quickly, thank you all so much. I have like over 300 views on 2 of my videos. One is about the rapper Nipsey Hussle, his baby mama Tanisha Foster video. That one has gotten a lot of views, a little bit over 300 views. So I'm so thankful and so happy about that. And then I have another one that I can't even think of the title. I am so bad. I am so sorry, guys. But, please check out my video library after this video, and check out the two that have gotten over 300 views. I don't know who this is, keeps calling me, but check out those videos that have gotten over 300 views. Thank you so much. Please stay with me. I'm going to be doing a giveaway in honor of that in the next coming week. So check me out. And like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all. Bye.